What is good? How are y'all feeling today? It has been an eventful day to say the least, but we are here. We are live and we are back in action. As always, it is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Joined in studio by the stylings of the man, the myth, the legend, Petty Casanova P. Kid. How you feeling today, my boy? Hey, it is a beautiful day. It was a little chilly out there earlier, but I think it turned into a pretty beautiful day. We got a lot of Chicago sports talk to get in tune with today. I mean, listen, Bears, Justin Fields, all you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Bears, Justin Fields, all you need to know. But a lot of news in the NFC going down today. And so I have a question for you, Mr. Casanova. Could the Chicago Bears this season be the best team in the NFC North? We're going to get into that into this first hour right now. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube. And if you can't stick around for the whole show, you can listen to us live on The Contender. Check that out by clicking the link in the description below. We appreciate everybody for tuning in and rocking with us. As always, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. And we don't want you to miss a thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. The first hour jam-packed with football talk. The second hour, we're going to get into a little bit of baseball talk, but we're here in this first hour right now. Kid, let's get into it. Because a topic, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. A topic that you were somewhat ahead of. I give you credit for it. You was a bit ahead of it. You was ahead of it. I give you credit for it. So let's start it off with the question to the chat. Bear Don's in the chat. I see you, Skogan. What's going on? 4 Red in the chat. I mean, listen.
Ooh, big Super Bowl talk.
Big Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look. Are you surprised by the Aaron Rodgers situation? Are you surprised by the scenario that we're in? What are your thoughts going into this?
Are you surprised?
Am I surprised?
I mean, look, let's be real. I saw Tom Brady go to a different situation and win first year.
I'll say this. I'm surprised because you also have to look at the difference in rosters. Tom Brady left, and the rest of them guys,
yeah,
to go to a roster that was what Aaron Rodgers has already. I mean, look, shall I run it down again?
You can run it down all you want to.
Shall I run it down
again?
You
know what the difference is?
Yeah, let's go.
You can literally say Tom Brady handpicked his team.
I can say that. Can
you say Aaron Rodgers has ever had that opportunity?
I don't think Aaron Rodgers should. I'll say this is the thing that I think Aaron Rodgers wants, that I think that he should be allowed to have. He should be able to give and receive input. He should be able to. His team should. He's the star player on the team. Now, is it something that has to be done? Is that something that has to happen? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. But it's something that as a star player, it's nice to have. You know what I'm saying? Even, I'll take it to this level. Matt Nagy called Andy Dalton and told him, hey, you're still QB1 as of now. We're drafting a quarterback. We want to let you know, but you're still QB1.
So
that's respect. That's respect.
So wait. Matt Nagy called who?
He called Andy Dalton.
What's Andy Dalton's record?
Oh, well, Andy Dalton.
He has a winning record.
I was going to say Andy Dalton actually got a pretty good record. But there's a difference. There's absolutely a difference. I agree with you.
If Andy Dalton is in the room, what table does he sit at if Aaron Rodgers walks in?
Ooh, children's.
Okay. So at this point, Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest QBs to have ever graced the football field.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Right? There's nothing you can say, but you can talk about the wins all you want to.
I think I've said this. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life, and I saw Tom Brady.
That's a fact.
I'm just like play-wise, technicality-wise, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback I've ever seen.
That's a fact.
Like, he's better than Peyton. He's a better quarterback than Peyton. Has he won more than Peyton? No. He's a better quarterback than Peyton. He's a better quarterback than Drew Brees. He's a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
I will say, well, I challenge you on this because I think Peyton's best years were when you
John in the chat
really focused on Peyton. Because Peyton is a dog.
I mean, Peyton beat us in the Super Bowl. I was focused on Peyton.
Hey, listen.
I was focused on Peyton.
Hey, listen. Peyton, I'm sorry. Peyton got it done.
He's that dude. I'm not taking.
They're at the same table. They're at the
same table. Brady's there. Rodgers is there, and Peyton is there. They're all in an echelon of their own.
Yeah.
They're all in an echelon of their own. But I mean, AO's SPM was good. I really just think that it's interesting to me, and make sure y'all like the video if y'all in here. It's interesting to me that do I think he should get a level of respect for being the man that he is? Absolutely, and I think the Packers haven't shown him that. But you can't name me what the Packers haven't given him. A second wide receiver that's not a top 5 wide receiver. That's what he's complaining about, basically. And let's be real.
And they have multiple times to give it to him.
Absolutely. And let's be real. He's mad about one thing. He's mad that they brought in Jordan Love.
As it should be.
To me.
As it should be.
It's tough for me on that one.
Here's the thing.
It's tough for me on that one. And this is why we're here talking about Bears. Is Big Ben in that category? That's a good question.
That's a no.
That's a good question.
That's a no. Big Ben is not in that category.
Big Ben in the fourth quarter, though, was a dog. Big Ben driving you down for a game-winning drive is a dog.
Let's be honest. I can name 5 people right now who you wouldn't even think of Big Ben. Big Ben over Drew Brees. You're choosing Brees. Come on. You're choosing Brees.
You're choosing Brees.
Most people are choosing
Brees has had
a
lot of talent that he hasn't won with, and Big Ben has had a lot of talent.
Brees is the only QB that you would be like, that man got robbed.
He got beat up. He absolutely got beat up.
He's the only QB you could be like, dog, they did them dirty.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like you don't say when you say Brees, when you say Big Ben and Peyton, you say Peyton.
I say Peyton. I'm Peyton over.
You
Brees.
say Big Ben and Tom, you go Tom. Of course you go Tom. You say Big Ben and Patrick Mahomes, you go Patrick Mahomes.
I go Tom as the GOAT, greatest of all time in football because of how hard this sport is and how successful he's been. But it's like, to me, like, I can tell you that somebody plays better basketball than someone else, but they're not they're not a better player. Like LeBron absolutely, in my opinion, is a better all-around basketball player than maybe Kobe Bryant was, because Kobe Bryant didn't do everything.
But he wasn't asked to.
He wasn't asked to.
And he didn't want to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. I can tell you that I can look and see that LeBron is a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant. I don't put LeBron over Kobe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that's how it is with Rodgers and Brady. I can absolutely see that Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady is. But Tom Brady don't lose. He don't miss. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
He was a GOAT when he beat Atlanta. In Atlanta, that comeback, he was a GOAT then.
And so I think that's how we get on this topic of, because from what we're hearing, it's not even a chance Aaron's on his way back. So in that situation, they're not going to trade him within the division. And I've actually got a hot take on this whole thing on y'all. He's not going to get traded in the division. So he's probably leaving the division. More than likely, he's not going to get traded in the NFC. Mm-hmm. Does that make the Chicago Bears the best team in the NFC North?
I still got Minnesota ahead of them.
Oh, but we dominate them. We beat Minnesota every time. Send
Minnesota.
Send Stephon Diggs and Akeem Hicks. See what happens.
It's fun. It's funny that we go through this, because this morning, they kind of played the game. Like, they picked 2 teams. They said which one would win the Super Bowl first and stuff like that. So Chicago Bears and Minnesota came up, and Minnesota's just is the whole team is just primed to win. They don't have to beat us necessarily to get there, because they've been in better positions for the most part.
I agree with that.
And Kirk Cousins can absolutely get them to the playoffs. So you're looking at, here's the one thing I don't do.
You also have to take into account, now the Bears have a amazingly tough schedule this season coming up. It's ridiculously tough for where we finished last season, but that's what you get for making the playoffs.
Let me ask this real quick. So one thing I don't do, and one thing I hate when people do this. Justin Fields is just getting here.
Absolutely.
You cannot put Justin Fields on the same level as a vet yet, because he hasn't even played it.
I agree with you.
I hate when people do that.
I agree with you.
But
there is one vet I'm going to put him over.
Oh, I mean, but he hasn't played it down yet.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins has had some success. I can't put a rook over a veteran who's had some success before he's even played it down. Absolutely. Let this man play a game.
Absolutely.
And we all say, well, look at Patrick Mahomes sat for a year.
He did, but here's a different scenario, and that's why this is interesting, right? And I think I'm in agreement with you on that. He's probably going to sit. He more than likely is going to sit this season, because Andy Dalton, I don't think, unless Andy gets hurt, Andy's not going to be bad enough to lose us a ton of games. He's just not.
And he's called the red rifle for a reason.
I don't know if I'm following you down that path. For his past.
Dog.
For his past. When he was doing it, he was doing it.
For all you clowns, I call you clowns, that sat there and said, oh, he's not a good QB. Look at what he did on Dallas. I saw him doing some stuff on Dallas. I saw his team not playing.
Hey, look, I saw his offensive line get decimated.
That's what I saw. And I saw him getting that thing out there. Yeah. So listen, you say whatever you want to.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton is a solid QB. He's definitely better than the QBs we've had. I wouldn't put him as one of the greatest. I wouldn't say I would say Andy Dalton, Jay Cutler. That's interesting. The fact that we make that face.
I would put Andy over Jay because Andy consistently got to the playoffs and there was a lot of defenses there that let him down. Andy was in the playoffs every year and just didn't get past the first round because there was a ton of defenses that let him down.
Yeah. So there, I would say Andy is really coming into it with a little bit to prove. And so I think this is the best situation for Justin Fields. I think it's the best that you get to see a pro who's had some success actually go through the whole thing. I think it just makes him a very, very, it's going to help Justin be more polished in certain things. I already like his workouts though. I've been looking at it.
Nice.
I've been looking at all the stuff. Justin's going to be a beast. But I'm not trying to put him out there first game. And no, let that boy develop.
Yeah.
Let that boy. I ain't saying he got to sit the whole first season. If he's outperforming Andy in practice, if he beats him for the spot, then he gets the spot.
Absolutely.
But if he doesn't beat him in the spot, let the man sit.
And it has to be, to me, because there's things you learn about being a quarterback that aren't just on the field. You learn how to manage a team. You learn, and Justin probably, the reason he's drafted so high, he probably comes in with those intangibles. He probably comes in, listen, I'll be real with you. As much as we ragged on Mitch was a top-notch leader. The team really didn't turn on him until they fully realized he can't play. Like we want to follow him, but he can't play. Like Mitch is a good leader. Kyle Long tells a story the second he got in the huddle and the season when Glennon got benched. Kyle Long's in the huddle. The offensive line is there. Mitch is calling out the play. I think Leno and Long kind of left a little bit early and didn't say nothing. Just, okay, they do the clap. They're not trying to disrupt it, but they know the play. They ready to do they do. And Mitch said, hey, I didn't break the huddle. Get back here. That's a rookie. That's why we was all so hype about him. We hear this story from Kyle Long. We like, hey, you got to, but you also got to be able to play.
Yeah.
But quarterbacks come into the league with these intangibles. You know what I'm saying? And so he might be able to do it off of the bat, but you have to show me that you can lead a team, that you can not only do it on the field, off the field. Essentially, there are 53 guys looking at you.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that makes a difference.
And pull this chat up on I'm trying to look at the chat, but I
can't see that far.
Thing over there, dog. I'm sitting there struggling. I see somebody saying, what? I'm gonna go ahead and put this up right here.
Hey, and listen, the phone lines are live. Let me get the number up here for y'all real quick. You can't call into the show today. This is a new feature that we have added into the show. The number, shoot, you ain't lying. The number is 855-908-5668, 855-908-5668. Give us a call. Give us your thoughts on what you think the Chicago Bears are doing. Make sure that you're liking the video if you're in here right now. We'd love hearing you guys' opinions.
He said they cut Kyle Fuller. We don't know what this team is.
I think that there's a lot of questions on this team, absolutely, but at the base of it, even as bad as we think this team was, as bad as the runners they went on with the easy schedule they had in that second half, this is a playoff team.
Absolutely.
You have added a competent quarterback to a playoff team.
Yeah.
Will that make them the best team in the NFC? And I think the only team we're really to me, the only team I'm worried about is Minnesota, because I am a zero believer in Jared Goff. Jared Goff is Mitch Trubisky that has had a better running game in his career. In my opinion. Jared Goff, I'll say this. Jared Goff,
I haven't paid attention to what they put around.
Jared Goff is, he had Ty Gurley. When Ty Gurley was Ty Gurley.
No, I'm talking about now. Who does he have around him now? Because this is the one thing I would say.
I would have to look, but this is Detroit.
I would say this.
It's Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
As much as you like to say this though, Mitch with a better run game.
I said Mitch with a better play caller.
Mitch with a better
play caller.
Can he pass? I say he can.
Jared Goff can.
I say he can pass.
I'll say, think about the game we watched, though. That's Jared Goff. The game versus the Bears, where we could have won it 900 times, but we did everything in our power to lose it. That's Jared Goff.
I don't think that game epitomizes his career.
Have you watched him, though?
I have.
That's his.
That's why I asked, I watch him. I haven't watched the Lions, so I don't know who else is on the team.
This is true. Well, I think here's what I would say about our thought process on the Lions. What do we think Matt Stafford is going to do on LA?
Oh, he's going to kill. But I think Matt Stafford.
So he couldn't kill that. They were still fourth.
I think Matt Stafford is a better QB than most QBs in the league, though.
But unless they swapped out 53 people, they were still fourth last year.
Did we lose a call? That's somebody called in already. Looked like somebody called
possibly. Sometimes people call in, then they drop back out.
Hey,
so
listen.
If y'all call in, man, call in.
Hold the line for a second.
Yeah, hold the line. We'll get y'all on here.
I'm big on Matt Stafford. He was just in a bad situation.
Absolutely. Jared Goff is now in that same situation.
Even time Aaron Rodgers sit there and say, "Yeah, Matt Stafford is the guy." Yeah.
But
I've seen him complete some throws. I'm like, yeah, there's no way he should have completed that.
And now Jared Goff is in that same situation.
Yeah. Well.
You know, like that. That's kind of how I look at it. And to me, Lions got Swift. That's right. They do got Swift. So a good running game.
Maybe.
I don't know. That's interesting. But I really want to. Michael says Jared Goff is no better than True point blank, was just in a better scheme. I agree with that. And I just think that if we're looking at this, where the Bears are right now, the Bears don't have the worst quarterback in the NFC already.
Well, we are
with Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, the Bears do not have the worst quarterback in the NFC already.
The biggest thing for us, all right, listen, outside of Aaron Rodgers being on Green Bay, which doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Right.
I think we're the team in the NFC. Coming
out of the North.
I think we are. The only issue I have is whether or not we F it up.
That could happen. That's
it. The only question I've ever had was, are we going to kill ourselves?
Yeah.
Because that's it. Is this development plan going to take shape the way they hope it does?
I agree with you.
Outside of that, we have no reason not to.
Right.
I mean, listen, even with Trubisky, we had a good freaking team. What were we, 5-1, 6-1? Hey, listen, I put that season so far behind me, I forget where we started. Right?
We started off 6-0.
6-0.
6-0, yeah.
I think we can get 6-0 with Andy Dalton. I think we get 6-0 with Andy Dalton. I don't think we get 6-0 with Justin Fields right away. I don't want to put him in that situation.
That's tough because it's a different schedule. You know what I'm saying? A very different schedule, in my opinion. And I think the weird thing to me is that
you got the schedule pulled up.
Pull the schedule up for us real quick. Let's take a look at it. I don't know if they've announced specific dates, but I know they've announced the teams we play, and it ain't pretty. but I honestly believe that this team and where they're at is not.
Is this in order? Or no,
it's not in order. It'll just show the teams we play.
If it is in order, we play Detroit first. Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota, Arizona?
Possibly.
Okay, so Detroit is a win. Green Bay is a win. Minnesota is a win.
See,
Arizona is debatable.
But you know what?
San Francisco is debatable.
And here's
which one of those draft picks went to San Fran? I forget. I didn't care. It was Justin Fields.
Once Fields went off the board,
hey, listen,
nothing mattered anymore. I think they went before us, though.
They did.
We still was worried. We thought we were trading.
All I knew was they didn't get Justin Fields.
Absolutely.
Listen, if you all saw that clip, I was so pressed because I was like, they gonna get Mac Jones.
Hey yo, the best part, if y'all haven't seen the clip, you've got to check out the clip. The best part of the whole thing is Kid sitting there just like, hey yo, I've never done this before. I'm so stressed right now. I've never been stressed before. This is worse than what'd you say?
I've never been that pressed about a draft.
He said this is better than the game.
It is. It was, because it's like, listen, I have to see if my team's going to mess this up.
And that is the crazy part. And so I think so. Here's my hot take with it. Right, I'll give y'all my hot take before we go out to the phones. We're about to open the phones up. I see we got somebody.
Niners got Trey Lance.
Oh yeah, Niners got Lance. Niners got Lance.
Hey,
That's right.
Here's my hot take on Lance. I don't know how much faith you give somebody when you play one season.
I mean, how much faith you give Mitch?
I didn't pick Mitch.
Oh, now we backing off on the Mitch. Now we backing off on the True.
I was on the Mitchell Trubisky train after he started in 2018, not before. I was just sitting there. I hope this work out.
Hey, yo.
I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being real honest.
I'm just being honest.
So we skipping this season too. Okay, Bears. What you talking about? What you talking about?
I mean, I just think.
I don't think we're for anyone who's asking.
I don't think we're the worst team in the NFC right now. I just don't. I don't think we're worse than Detroit, and we always beat Minnesota. I think we're at 2 right now in the league or in the NFC North.
I honestly feel like we could beat Green Bay. I feel like we had a chance.
I'm gonna tell you this. I got a hot take coming for Green Bay, but let's go out to the phones real quick. I tried to get this picture up here, but it is not cooperating with me. So we're just gonna go out to the phones real quick. I don't got a name on this caller. If y'all do call in, make sure you say your name so that we know who we talking to. But we're gonna let you on the air anyway. Who we got on the airwaves? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man? My name's Chicago, man. I'm glad y'all actually took my call. I can't believe it.
Hey, man. Listen, we love talking to you. What's going on with you, my boy?
Hey, man. Again, man, appreciate y'all for taking the call. I watch the show like every show y'all put up, I make sure I tune in. I seen the phones up. I was like, I'm calling today. What's up?
Blessings, bro. Blessings.
Hey, but I'm gonna get straight to my question, man. So, with all the moves that we've made off season with the draft and everything like that, I see a lot of people, man, just feeling like I feel like everybody is like really content with the Bears right now, and I'm just not. Like, I'm still under the impression that like we're still attacking. Like I still see holes. So I guess my question to y'all is, after all the moves that we've made, what do you think we should focus on now? I would say cornerback for sure, because I'm not 100% sold on your boy Trufant.
It's a good question.
That's an excellent question, Chicago. Appreciate you for calling in, my boy. Appreciate you for tuning in with us. I always love the loyal fans. I would say, to answer your question, I would say the Bears need to look probably at starting to get some of those younger guys in there on the line like they did in later rounds. I'm talking about the defensive line now, because listen, we love Khalil Mack, we love Akeem Hicks, but those guys are getting up there. Those guys are aging. You got to start getting some guys in there, because your cornerbacks are as good. We all fell off the Kyle Fuller train, right? We all fell off the Kyle Fuller train when last season, when he didn't look as good. And Chicago, appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Thank you for calling in. We all fell off the Kyle Fuller train last year, right? Because he wasn't looking as good. He wasn't looking as consistent. What didn't look consistent? Our defensive line wasn't getting pressure. Our defensive line wasn't getting to the quarterback. They weren't knocking him. It's a lot harder to play the cornerback position if your dogs in front aren't hitting the dude in front. Because remember, when they were cold in 2018, when we were talking about them play in, play out, staying every time, it's the best defense. It's one of the best defenses we've ever seen in the NFL since '85, right? What was happening? Khalil Mack is stripping the quarterback out of Aaron Rodgers' hands, leaving him laid out on the ground, running back a touchdown. Khalil Mack's intercepting the ball. He's tipping balls at the line. All of a sudden, the ball pops up in the air. Danny Trevathan looks like one of the greatest linebackers ever, because he's picking the ball off because it's just falling in his hands. Kyle Fuller has one of the best seasons of his career because the ball is just falling in his hands.
I take a different take on that.
Go ahead.
I look at it from, I don't judge any team really outside of, those who were poised and ready to go. Like the Bucks had to win. They put too much into that.
Yeah.
They pretty much bought everything they needed to get them to the Super Bowl, right? The Chiefs needed to win. They were trying to run it back. They had their squad already. They were clicking. I don't think in the COVID year, with the injuries we had, you can really rate it like that. I think a lot of stuff had to come.
The problem is you have to because of how the cap went. Cap drops $8 million. What was it, $8 or $9 million? You got to start rating guys.
But what I'm saying is, you do. But at the same time, we really didn't cut anybody who we weren't already on the fence on potentially if they were aging or not. Like if you really look at it,
I mean, Kyle Fuller 29.
But like you said,
I think,
like you said, you're. It's like.
But this is the thing with what we said about Fuller. Fuller still was targeted more times than not. He broke up 50% of those. He was one of the highest rated quarterbacks in pass breakup in the NFL. He was one of the highest targeted quarterbacks. So it's not, a lot of dudes, it's like he broke up 67% of his passes. And it's like, oh, word? Yeah. How many times they passed to him? Twice. Well, yeah, but you got to break up one of two.
Like, you know better than most.
Yeah.
Like, half of our defense spent a lot of time on the potential IR.
A lot of the important guys.
Yeah.
A lot of the important guys.
I can't really,
and no Ed Goldman last year.
And so, like, between all of that, I really can't rate it. I really can't.
Yeah.
I will say this. Holla at me in 4 games.
I agree with you.
In 4 games, I'll be able to say what we need to do. Because honestly, I think we now have a pretty complete team. I think we do. We got more targets. We have 2. We kept our star receiver.
This is the thing.
We kept our run game.
This is the thing. What do we want? We want the defense was still a top 15 defense, right? That's what look, they're here. If they can do that again this year,
are we still a top 15 defense?
Probably still a top 15 defense.
Okay, listen, then we're not talking about defense.
But here's the thing. You swapped it out for offense, which is what I'm fine with. Because when I need Khalil Mack and I need Akeem Hicks to be the players that they are in the biggest games of the year, and they've shown that they can do that.
We need our defense when we're making some runs and we need some stops. So when Mitch is sitting there balling out, we need some stops on
that's where a lot of.
Do you feel like we could do that now? Do you feel like we are with a healthy?
I don't think that
with Goldman back, a healthy Mac. Do you think that we're in there?
Goldman makes a big difference. A healthy Mac, but a year older Mac. You also have to take that into account, and you also have to look at the fact that how are these guys going to get around Sean Desai? Now everybody's saying that Desai is. Was somebody comment on the video? They said he was the Indian Vic, Fangio. I'm like, okay, why's he got to be the Indian Vic? Why can't he just be Vic Fangio 2.0? Hopefully, he's Vic Fangio 2.0. Hopefully, the defense he calls resonates with these players just like Vic's did. They're listening. He's making good play calls. Boom. We heard Chuck Pagano last season, and like the video if y'all remember this. We heard Chuck Pagano last season talking about, I felt like they were a play ahead of me the entire game. Mm-hmm. It's time for you to go. We can say the same thing about Tony La Russa. We're going to get to that in hour 2.
I don't think we need to add much more then. Because a lot of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Healthy.
It could all change with healthy players, but it's the NFL. It's like LeBron said, I'll probably never be 100% again. Do you playing a sport where you run into somebody every day?
I'm gonna tell you.
Are you ever gonna be 100% again?
This is my real take.
And we love to hear your thoughts on it. 855-908-5668. 855-908-5668. Call into the show.
No matter what you say, our defense spent more time on the field than our offense last season.
It didn't. Based on the numbers, it didn't.
Based on the numbers?
It was actually pretty even. It was actually pretty even.
I don't know.
It was a little bit more defense.
Listen, I don't know why I don't believe that because it didn't feel like it.
It didn't feel like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw some games where the defense stayed the whole game on the field.
Yeah.
So listen, at this point, maybe it evened out in the end.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that we relied on our defense so much the first half of that season that I really didn't fault them for not playing well the second half. I really didn't. I think if you go back and look at those clips that we called those games, I actually said it. I said I don't blame them for being stagnant. I don't blame them for that because guess what?
I blame them because they weren't in games like the Atlanta game, right? You're coming out. You're literally on the field every single. I mean, it wasn't even close in that. Yeah. It wasn't even close. Like Trubisky kept turning the ball over. He was making the wrong reads, making the bad plays.
Did that in Green Bay too.
First half.
Horrible. Defense was on the the whole time.
But here's the thing.
Aging defense.
I need to see you step up. If we've got these names, if we're investing the money we've invested in them, and there's a lot of money in that defense.
Yeah.
If we're investing that money, I need to see you step up in the biggest moments. I don't mind you being a top 15 defense as long as you are top 5 when I need you to be top 5 because I'm paying you top 5 money when I need you to be top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Separate the money from the players, man.
You earn the money based on your play, though. There's a reason Khalil Mack was, for about an hour, the highest paid defensive player in football until Aaron Donald got wind of that and was like, hey, yo, I'm going to need to restructure.
Hey, listen, I get it, but even your studs, they get worn down. You can't really sit there and just do that. I don't equate the two. I don't equate to like when he signed that contract. I'm pretty sure he didn't say, "Yeah, listen, I'm going to be out here for like 98% of the game." Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't say that. Right?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
So it's like, hey, listen, no matter what you pay them, they're still humans, right? They still get hurt and stuff like that. And yet, last year was a really interesting year, and so I really just can't judge it. I would say that we got better at the positions that absolutely sucked last year, and now we need to evaluate it. We brought most of our defense back. We kept our star players, and we showed up some things that we really needed. And we got an offensive lineman that you absolutely love for somebody.
Oh, my God, dog.
Just that dude. Nasty, huh?
Dog, that dude, bro.
Paul's quote of the year, right?
Bro, first off, Paul's quote of the year. But also,
impose my will.
Gee, and there's nothing you can do about
it. I was like, all right.
But the thing to me is that if you watch him, bro, like when the knock on you is you block too long. Now I get that, like if it's costing you games, but you're too aggressive.
It's gonna be a penalty.
You're hurt. It's gonna be a penalty. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing: I'm gonna tell you this: if somebody comes through and knocks down Justin Fields or Andy Dalton, guess what? He gonna be in your face. Is it gonna be a penalty? Yeah, but I'm cool with taking 15 if somebody hits my quarterback a little bit later, hits my quarterback, and look. He had to get protected down in Dallas. Yeah. And Dallas looked at him while he was down there like, dang, dog, they hit you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
people make it seem like he was just sitting there just being a bum.
Now
I saw my man running for his life. I saw a man saying, hike, what is happening?
Now, before we go back to the phone lines, and we're gonna get the call. I see Joe on hold. We're gonna get to you in a second, Joe. The thing I will say, because we're still talking about are the Chicago Bears potentially going to be the best team in the NFC North this season.
I think so.
I still worry about the Packers, and I'll tell you why. And if I'm the Packers, here's my hot take, right? If I'm Packers GM, Aaron Rodgers wants out. You do one of two things. You take the Petty Casanova route, and you say, oh, you're going to leave? Retire. Because I'm not trading you. Because you're the best quarterback in the NFL.
That's stupid.
Hey, but look.
Why does it have to be the Petty Casanova route?
Because
I wouldn't do that.
Hey, look, pettiest thing you can do. You want out of your contract? No.
Did you see those potential trade packages for that dude?
But this is the thing.
Petty Casanova would be like, hey, listen, you see all them picks.
But this is the thing. Here's the thing with Aaron. And probably what I really would do. The first is just me being petty. If I want to be petty, I'm going to be petty. Okay, retire. Because we think we got your replacement anyway. The second thing is, make the trade, gut somebody's team. And you know what? Still Petty Casanova route, right? Okay. You want Aaron? Perfect. Let's say, give me a team. Denver.
Because Denver's trying to get him. They in it heavy.
You know what though? We had on the draft Corey Lopez, and he said Denver's probably not in on it because who they're sending back is like Drew Lock and guys like he said he doesn't see a chance where Denver gets in on. But I would tell you this.
I wonder if he saw the potential offer.
They're offering the world. But here's what I would do, right?
The entire future.
Here's what I would do. Give me all those picks and give me a best wide receiver.
No.
You know why? I got the best quarterback in the world, and he can make your team better. And as a team, they're going to look at it and say, yeah, the quarterback can make the wide receiver better. So, I've got better value at the quarterback than I do at the wide receiver. Give me a best wide receiver. Again, being petty. Oh, you don't got no weapons here? Well, now we got two weapons in here, and Jordan Love's going to have a lot to work with.
I guarantee.
And I got picks just in case we suck with Jordan Love to go find his replacement.
You want to know what petty would be? Petty would be Aaron Rodgers plays. He just throws intentional picks. You know what? This is a dot right here. I'm going to lay it out.
That doesn't help him, though.
That's Aaron freaking Rodgers.
But that doesn't help him, though. It's still
Aaron Rodgers could throw 30 picks next year and not any touchdowns, and you're still trading.
Hey, look. But that's still 37-year-old Aaron Rodgers. He's great. He's dominant. He's still the best quarterback in the NFL. But I would
say that part again.
He's still the best quarterback in the NFL.
One more time.
He absolutely is. Best quarterback in the NFL.
So not Patrick Mahomes, not Deshaun Watson, Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Well, Pat Mahomes couldn't do a lot because of the injury last year too. Couldn't show me as much. He might have been able to put something on.
So but you mean Aaron Rodgers avoided that injury? Anyway, I'm just being petty. Okay.
Let's see what Joe's talking about on the phones, man. Let's go out to Joe. Joe, what's going on, my brother?
How y'all doing? What's up, bro?
What's happening with you, man? How you feeling?
I'm all right, brother. I just wanted to say, it's like I think we should go after tackle. We could go after Eric Fisher, or Mitchell Schwartz. We could move if we go after Eric Fisher. He a left tackle, so we could keep Tevin on the right side, or if we go after Schwartz, he a right tackle, and we move Tevin to the left. What you think we should do?
Appreciate you for calling, man. Make sure to call again, bro. We love having y'all tune in, man. We appreciate you for calling. To answer your question, I would probably there's a reason they're available. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's left tackles is a premium position. Now Mitchell Schwartz, I can't say nothing bad about him. By the way, I see 90-something people in here. I see 37 likes. If y'all can like the video, we appreciate it, man.
Whoa. Do we have to pause and play some bad music? Come on, dog. It's not good, y'all. Can I
we
get
gotta
the
play
lights
some bad music.
Do we have a problem?
We got 94 people in here, 38 likes, man. If we can get the likes up, we appreciate y'all. I think the thing is, you don't see them of it. The one guy that the Bears I think should have went for, they didn't, and I'm glad they didn't, because I think I was like, give up the 20th pick for it. But that pick is now turned into Justin Fields. But that was Orlando Brown, who wants to play tackle, who died to play tackle, and Baltimore was like, we're not trading him. Then they traded him for a little bit of nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would have wanted them to get in on that. But I think Tevin is your left tackle of the future. I think Tevin is your left tackle of the future, honestly. Like, to me, that's who you're looking at. And it's because he's got amazing footwork. He's got that tenacity. He's got, and though you want the tackle with better foot. So this has been explained to me by John Yerkovich on ESPN 1000. You want your best footwork tackle on your left side. The tackle with the man's best footwork on the left side. Right now, that's Tevin Jr.'s no more.
Wow. Okay. I didn't understand that. I'm still learning that.
On the right side, he says you want a mauler. Because normally your quarterback can see what's coming.
Yeah.
You want somebody that's just punching you in the face, which is why the addition of Larry Brome didn't trip me out. Everybody's like, you need an inside linebacker. No, you got to protect the young guy that you're eventually going to put out there. And listen, as much as we're talking about Justin Fields being the quarterback, you got to protect Andy Dalton. You send Andy Dalton out there with what you sent Nick Foles out there with, he's going to die. I'm tired of seeing quarterbacks' careers end here because they've almost died.
Let's be real. If Andy Dalton is not on the field because he's injured, it's probably because our line gave up a tackle.
More than likely.
And guess what? If you think,
and Andy's tough.
Andy's a tough dude.
Andy's tough. Over 100 in the chat.
He's a tough dude. But this is also why I don't want to see Justin Fields out there too early. I want to see how my line works. I want to see all of that. I don't want to see my QB of the future come out first snap, get mauled, and all of a sudden we look like Joe Burrow. And it's like, nah, I want that. I don't want that.
I fully agree with you. Yeah. I fully agree with you.
You say what you want. I hate to say I'm sacrificing Andy Dalton, but I kind of am. It's like, I'm working out kinks with a veteran.
Here's the thing.
That's what I am.
You're working out kinks with a veteran, and you're showing your young player how to work out those kinks. I love it. And to me, I think you have to look at what does Andy Dalton bring to this team. Andy Dalton is going to be accurate. Andy Dalton is gonna, if you give him time, he's gonna find Allen Robinson. Let's be real. Andy Dalton's the best quarterback Allen Robinson's ever played with.
Facts. I give him that.
You can say
he just got here. He ain't throw a pass yet. I give it to him. Let me ask you this real quick. With all these potential, hypotheticals, what do we have space for?
We have no money.
Okay.
Actually, we just opened up money with the cutting of Charles Leno Jr. But
how much money?
I believe $9 million. I believe we opened up $9 million. So it's not a ton. Mitchell Schwartz will be in your range. Somebody who's still out there, still just floating around.
Like you say, he's floating around for a reason.
And you've got Jermaine Ifedi. Do we want to do that again? You re-signed Jermaine Ifedi. I'll never, and you, first off, Ryan Pace, I give you credit for what you did, and we're going to talk about that too. We give you credit for that. I give Matt Nagy credit for finding the right guy. Okay, all right, both of you worked together. Great job. You didn't have to sign Jermaine Ifedi a day after Andy Dalton just to kick us in the little guys. That's disrespectful on your part. That's disrespectful on your part, bro. We signed Andy Dalton. Did you sign somebody to protect him? Absolutely not. Let me ask you this. In order, and chat, y'all answer in too. Where would you rank the NFC North teams right now?
Ooh, that's a good one.
If Aaron Rodgers leaves the division.
If he leaves the division.
If Aaron Rodgers leaves the division.
Depends on who they get back.
You're probably getting back mostly picks. They want Jordan Love in there. They want to see what the kids got.
Yeah, but I saw some stuff out there that was like, okay. The potential trade packages, I was like, if that's possible, that's a nice squad.
Yeah.
I gotta pull that up too. But I would say this. I got Minnesota at 1, Chicago at 2. See,
it's tough for me because do you think Minnesota will win more games than the Bears?
I think they're either on par or beat us.
If they on par, I don't think Minnesota will outplay us. So I think the Bears. But I'm saying I think the Bears will have the tiebreaker. So if you think the Bears are going to win, if you think Minnesota's going, like if you think,
twice, right?
Yeah, you play twice. If you think Minnesota's going to win 13 games, 12 games, 12 games.
Last game? What does that mean? Last season?
Well, they were third, so couldn't have been more than the Bears. But again, the Bears own the tiebreaker.
I don't know. I feel like they'll be better this season. What was the issue with Minnesota last season?
Kirk Cousins, same as always.
No, Kirk Cousins wasn't the issue.
Kirk Cousins is always the issue.
He's not always.
And Justin Jefferson is a dog. I will say that. Justin Jefferson is a freak of nature.
It's not. Stop. You know what? Y'all go stop dissing Kirk Cousins, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Hey, listen.
Oh, well, I don't diss Fitzy. Kirk is better
than Fitzy. Absolutely.
Well, here's the thing. It's Kirk. So stop calling him Kirk. You're not even respecting his name. Second off,
I'm talking fast.
Second off, do you like that? I don't like that.
Absolutely,
I don't like that. I wouldn't want to see that on my team. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
You know why? Because Kirk Cousins, you know what he is. You know what his ceiling's gonna be. He's a guy. He's a good enough quarterback that you will rely on him. But then when you rely on him, he will let you down. Think about it. He hasn't. What has he done with Minnesota? 1 year? Was it the 1 year? Right? The Minneapolis Miracle.
Let's
Minneapolis Miracle.
Try play along. Don't cheat. What do you think his stats was last year?
Ridiculous. He's the best fantasy football quarterback there is. If you draft anybody besides Kirk Cousins for fantasy, you're wrong because that mug is going to lead your team to victory. I'll give you that much.
So just throw it out there.
I would say he probably threw for 4,200 yards. He probably threw about 32 touchdowns.
And how many INTs?
Probably.
I feel like you cheated.
I did not.
I feel like you cheated.
I definitely didn't. I would say, no, you know what it is? I see this mug dominating fantasy every year. I would say he probably threw 10 interceptions.
You cheated. You absolutely cheated.
I didn't.
42-65, 35 TDs, 13 INTs.
Okay, I was wrong. What do you mean I cheated?
That's pretty I was close.
I was close, but I was
32
wrong.
TDs. I mean, like, listen, to be within to be within 3 on each one.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, really? I thought it was 18 INTs, which would still been a good season. But I mean, like, good Lord. Like, it's pretty freaking close. Yeah, you cheated. Anyway. Mike said,
P Kid, you like Kirk so much you can't even say his name right.
I was about to have a response. You called me at the right time.
Oh man. I think the interesting thing to me with Kirk Cousins is that he's gonna put up those numbers. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason Justin Jefferson had the season he did. But when it matters most, he's like the Avatar.
I don't know.
When they needed him most, he disappeared.
I don't know about that, dog. I'm sorry. That's
bro. When they needed him most, Tanner's so lit in the chat. When they needed him most to beat the Bears, every time he's had an opportunity to beat the Bears and take that position, he has not.
I tell you what, I'm gonna get back to you on that one because I feel like we've had this conversation before, and it had a lot to do with their defense. I feel like their defense.
Oh, it absolutely had a lot to do with their defense. But you want to know? You want to know why?
I feel like that was the reason why they sucked last season.
You want to know what helps Kirk Cousins a lot? Stephon Diggs running for 200 yards in a game.
Dude.
Stephon Diggs is one of the most dominant running backs in the NFL until he sees King Hicks.
All right, so let's
and make it easier.
Let's just do this though. It'd be different if it seemed like he just solely relied on that running game.
No, by the end of the season, that's what they was doing. Okay. There were games where Kirk Cousins threw 15 passes. Like it was a 1985 football game, bro.
Dog, I'm about to pull up the game.
Hey, pull up them logs, dog. Pull up them logs. I feel like you just mad because I'm dissing your guy.
It just doesn't sound right.
I'm telling you, dog.
Sound right. Like I know that he's not like the guy, but he's a guy. Like if there's
he's a guy.
If there's tables in today's league, right?
In rankings,
he's at the second table.
In rankings, Jay Cutler was always a guy. When they did the QB tier, they put Jay Cutler in tier 2. He wasn't. Well, I don't remember how they broke it down. I think there's 4 tiers, so maybe they put him in tier 3. But he was always in a tier with Eli.
I think Cousins is a tier 2 QB. All right, listen. What's tier 1? This is an easy list.
Tier 1 is the gods.
Okay.
Tier 1 is the gods. I guess we still throwing Brady in there. We're still throwing we're still ridiculous. Yes. 20 years. 20 years, bro. Ridiculous. We're still throwing Brady in there. We're still throwing
Rodgers in there.
Rodgers in there. Who was I saying? I feel like I didn't say Delvin Cook. Who was I saying was they running back?
You said Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. I'm tweaking. I didn't win. He a whole wide receiver.
I know who you mentioned.
I was trying to say Delvin Cook the entire time. I'm glad somebody said that. Everybody keeps saying, you mean Delvin Cook? Don't tell me now. I've been saying this for an hour now. But
T-Lob said, I'm forgetting I'm a Bears fan. You know what it is? Like, this is obviously it's a Bears show, but we like football.
I do. I love football. I love football. And if I'm ranking the teams 1 to 4, I would put the Bears first. And here's how little I believe in Minnesota. Mostly because of that defense. That defense, you got to score 100 points a game to win.
I feel like that's why they
it's absolutely why they was losing.
Not because of their QB.
But he wasn't helping either. He wasn't helping either.
Better than our QB.
Well, duh.
You get that man as a defense, guess what? He probably looked like Matt Ryan.
But this is the thing. I'm putting the Packers second. Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you why.
Jordan Love with a year behind.
Aaron Rodgers. Not that though. Jordan Love now moves into a spot. If Aaron Rodgers leaves the division, he has one of the best offensive lines in football. He has a top, I don't care what y'all say, top 2. Julio's not top 2 no more. Julio's not top 2. It's DeAndre Hopkins. It's Devontae Adams.
Please.
And it's Michael Thomas.
Hey, listen.
You can put them in whatever order you want.
Do me a favor.
But DeAndre Hopkins, the dude that dropped has dropped 7 passes in 4 years in the NFL. Yeah, he's the best wide receiver in the NFL. Come on.
He has Aaron Rodgers as the most accurate QB in NFL history.
I wasn't talking about Devontae Adams. I was talking about DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, that guy.
Hey, listen. I fear God.
Hey, listen. I think he's one.
That man tore an ACL.
But didn't even D-Hop
he made somebody tear their ACL and say, I fear God.
Didn't D-Hop even say that it was Julio? I feel like they had a whole interview about this. They still say he's still number 1.
Possibly. I personally think D-Hop is number 1. Bro, my man's caught a game-winning touchdown with 3 fingers and out-jumped an entire football team for it. That man is ridiculous. But to me, is D-Hop and then it's Devontae. You can put whoever else you want in there. Devontae got to be in the top 2.
No.
Devontae's ridiculous, bro.
I say top 5, not top 2.
Okay. For getting through this debate because we'll be here all day.
Scantling at times looked real good when Aaron Rodgers was getting beaming them up. I'm just saying.
But Scantling dropped a lot of passes too. he was the Alshon Jeffrey of that team. Let me tell you. But the thing to me is
top 2. Good.
Absolutely.
Top 5 is not good enough, huh?
No, he's top 2 to me. He's
Who
top 2.
Who the heck is your top 5 receivers? I just got to know this.
Hopkins.
Okay.
Adams, Thomas.
Do you consider Kelsey a receiver?
No.
Although
I would put Tyreek in there, and I'm probably putting Julio in there. I put Julio top 5. But I think Matt Ryan don't use Julio enough for me to put him top 2.
Who do he has across? Who does he have across him?
Julio?
Yeah.
Calvin really.
Calvin really.
Good player. He's a good player. He's a good player. Listen, it don't matter.
Listen, if you know I'm going to
look,
like, nah.
he's Julio. He's Julio. It don't matter if you got a great number 2 next to you. I'm looking at you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Devontae Adams is number 2. Because next on the list, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Guess who's getting double teamed all game?
I just feel like he benefits
I'm putting a slot on Scantling. I'm slotting Scantling.
He benefits from having one of the most accurate QBs in NFL history.
I don't disagree.
A good play caller.
I don't disagree. But
no, them plays is A1.
Who called that field goal?
Hey, listen, that's this dumb thing right there. Okay, listen. Hey, listen, that's all we talk about. You took the ball out of Aaron Rodgers' hands against Tom Brady, but guess what? We don't talk about all the amazing plays they called just to get in that position. I mean, like,
called that field.
That field goal was stupid. listen, but even what was that play that you called that you hated? With the sweep, the jet
sweep. Oh my God, no.
Hey, even Nagy has a jet sweep. No.
Even Nagy has a jet sweep.
Like, come on, dog. Like, listen, I feel like we about to go on break. How many minutes we got?
No, we still got a few more minutes.
Right,
We'll take break about 58 somewhere in there.
Cool. That's cool. Oh yeah, DK Metcalf. No, that's a grown man.
Ooh, Julio might get bumped. Julio might get bumped.
Oh,
Tyreek over Julio for sure. Although he failed us in the greatest moment.
Come on
now. But he still was freaking ridiculous, bro.
Good offensive line that just didn't show up in the best, biggest day of their lives. Amazing QB and an amazing play caller. Like, he's going to be open. Like, I feel like he's going to get open.
Okay.
Atlanta just doesn't have that same privilege because guess what? For one, you said you have Hill up there, but he's not even the best. He's not even the leading receiver on his team.
Yeah, he was.
Who was?
Tyreek Hill. Absolutely.
Kansas City?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was Kelsey.
Kelsey up there. Kelsey had more receptions. Kelsey ridiculous.
Kelsey had more receptions than here.
He had more yards.
No, let's find out. I feel like this is cap right here.
Hey, listen.
Listen.
And we're gonna get into some baseball talk on the other side of the second hour.
You're gonna see how much I don't know about it. Okay.
You said what?
Nothing.
And we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. We got 84 in the chat still, 54 likes. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. Make sure y'all calling in to the show, man. We got the call-in lines open. 855-908-5668. 855-908-5668. What'd you say?
Kelsey got about 20 yards.
Over, really?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I thought if I said it confidently enough, you wouldn't look it up.
No. It's Google.
It's right there. No, I think just to put a cap on this.
I would just say
before we close this out, I personally think Green Bay is still up there because you still got a great running back, you got a top wide receiver, you got a top offensive line. Green Bay's 2, Minnesota's 3. Detroit is 4 because it's Detroit and because it's Jared Goff. Here's my question to you. If the scenario does come where Justin Fields starts, where does he rank among the quarterbacks in the NFC? That's Jordan Love, Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff. All predicated on if Aaron Rodgers is gone, which we keep hearing.
I got number 2.
Really? Under Kirk. That's it.
Jordan Love.
Under Jordan Love.
So wait.
I don't you sat here and raved for an hour about Kirk Cousins and you got Justin Fields over him already?
I'm being optimistic about his ability. I'm putting here's the thing. We're talking about 2 people we haven't seen play professional football.
Facts.
Jordan Love actually had a couple snaps.
And Jordan Love has had a couple snaps.
Right?
But also
But I value
Jordan Love has been behind Aaron Rodgers for 2 years.
Coming behind one of the best people who've ever played.
Absolutely.
I value that.
Absolutely.
So because of that, and because of how it's worked out with I got Jordan Love as number 1 by a couple inches. And I got maybe Kirk Cousins and Fields neck and neck. I really do.
Okay. All right.
But here's the thing, though. Even if I had that's not bad.
It's not bad.
Look, let's put this in perspective.
As long as you have him above Jared Goff, you're allowed.
I'm not
you're still
Jared
here.
Goff fan.
You're still here.
But like for all those here, it's not bad. We're still talking about a rook who's never taken a professional snap.
Absolutely.
So listen, let's see him take some snaps. Let's see him do something, and then we can rank him.
Yeah.
What I don't like is in cities who've been thirsting for some type of success, especially at this position, Chicago's a really tough place to play. It's one of the toughest places to play professional because we have a winning culture, but we don't have a winning history outside of one team.
Yeah.
That was just freaking dominant. Oh, two Blackhawks.
Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Blackhawks.
But outside of that, we haven't been really dominant.
Yeah.
But we're a major city and we come with this grit. And so the pressure to win is always on, even when you suck. And it's like, yo, you go to those other cities, like Philly was a tough place to play. But you know what they do? They rally around their people. Oh, you got some talent?
They turn on you quick too, though.
Oh, listen.
Carson Wentz don't play there no more.
But it took 2 seasons. Hey, listen, we turned on Derrick Rose in the second season.
Yeah,
after injury.
Don't we?
Listen.
Don't we? When I turned on Derrick, and I hate to say it, I turned on him when he said, I want to be able to walk to my kid's graduation. And the only reason I not turned on him, but it didn't sit right with me because I was like, I get putting that above. No, it wasn't a kid. He said business meetings. I want to be able to walk into business meetings when I'm in my 40s. It wasn't a kid thing. It was the business meetings thing.
I don't know, but I don't remember that one. I remember.
It was all in one quote. It was one quote. He said, I want to be able to walk in my kid's graduation. I want to be able to walk into business meetings without a cane. And it just didn't. But I was wrong.
But here's the thing.
I was wrong.
But you see that type of pressure, though? Like, listen, we sit there and say, well, that's what they get paid for. They're still human beings.
I agree.
And even these famous human beings will tell you being famous is the worst thing you could wish for. So it's like, let's be realistic. I don't want to put that undue pressure on a rook when we know he has the potential to be the best QB we've ever had. Right. And one of the best in the league. So support it. Because Philly, they turn on you, but they'll rally behind you. They'll trust that process for years before they say, okay, this ain't working, right?
Yeah.
Let's have a process here.
Hey, we're up against the break. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right on the other side. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. Going to get into a little bit of White Sox baseball on the other side. We'll be back right after these messages.
The Contender.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Pat, the designer, back at it again. And here's one of my favorite sports moments. I was probably 20, somewhere in there, something like that. And I was starting a new job. And so I was in training for this job, right? But as I was in training, it was right around the same time as the 2015 NBA playoffs. I'm put up in a hotel because the training, they kind of set you up in a hotel. It was a nice one too. It had like a Bar Louie in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm 20 years old. I'm like, oh snap, they do it big out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in my room waiting for the game that night after a full day of training. And I can't find the channel. And I'm like, yo, what's going on with the TV? I cannot find the channel. I'm freaking out because I think the game was on ESPN. And I'm freaking out. And I'm like, I have to find somewhere to watch this game. So I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a Bar Louie downstairs. I'll go watch the game downstairs. So put on all my Bulls gear. I'm talking about I am in full Bulls garb. I've got a Bulls starter jacket, a Derrick Rose shirt, Bulls chain, some Bulls sweatpants, I believe, and then like some flip-flops or something. So I run down the steps. I go to the Bar Louie, and before, it was open. So I'm like, yo, I go in there, eat, whatever. But I didn't think about the fact the game started at like 8. And after a certain time, you had to be 21 to get into Bar Louie. So I'm walking down just thinking I could walk in. The bouncer's like, yo, whoa, where you going? Can I see some ID? And I'm like, oh, you need ID to get in here? And I can see, so I'm standing there. I can see the game on TV. I can see it. Like, I can see it starting off. Joakim Noah and I don't think it was Ogaus because I don't remember who their center was that year. It might have been Kevin Love, actually. They're tipping off. I can see it. And I'm like, yo, like I'm not here to drink. I'm not here for none of that. I just want to watch the Bulls. Like clearly you can see from my apparel that I'm here because the Bulls are in the playoffs right now. He's like, I can't let you in, my guy. I'm like, dog, look, I will stand in this hallway in front of you. I don't care. Like I'll stand in the lobby and look through the glass window at this game. I don't care. I'm not here to drink. I am here to watch the Bulls in the playoffs. And so he's like, look, I'll let you in, but you cannot move from this spot right here. And I'm like, bet. I'm like, I don't need a chair or nothing. So I think that was game 2 or game 3, something like that. And I'm sitting there for 2.5 hours standing, watching this Bulls game. And it is to the wire. Bulls are going back and forth. D Rose is back. He's hitting shots. Jimmy Butler's playing out of his mind. LeBron James is still being LeBron James. But it just so happened to be the night coming down to the last shot of the game. Standing there full gear. The bouncer looks at me. He's like, yo, you're a real fan. You have not moved from this spot all night. And I'm like, shh. The play's about to start, dog. Like, not right now. So they inbound the ball. It's the play where they inbound it to Derek. Derek comes all the way around, pulls up. Deep 3 falling away. Mike Breen on the mic. Bang! Game winner. Chicago Bulls get the dub. Now, they wouldn't end up winning the series, but man, when I think about a favorite sports moment, just the excitement I had in my heart. Everybody in the Bar Louie that night was screaming at the top of their lungs. People didn't even know. There were people there that weren't even there to watch the Bulls game, and they're just like, yo, why are we excited? All right, cool. It was one of the most electrifying sports moments that I got to see live, and well, somewhat live, you know what I'm saying, in a Bar Louie. But it was one of the most electrifying sports moments in my life, man, and one of the moments that will always stick out with me. It's your boy Pat, the designer, and that's one of my favorite sports moments. Y'all stay safe. Peace.
As the sports landscape leaves the pandemic behind and hopeful fans look toward the future, a bright summer is on the horizon for the south side of Chicago. Get the best in White Sox talk all season long from Pat the Designer on The Contender.
The Contender.
We've got you covered with non-stop talk about your favorite teams. And the sports content doesn't ever take a break, even when our hosts do. Streaming live 24/7 on thecontender.com and coming soon on the Contender app. We are The Contender.
The best sports talk from Addison to Madison, all around Chicago and the world. It's the Windy City Breeze with Pat the Designer on The Contender.
Now we're getting monetized. There you go. So much for that.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. We got Ringo in the studio.
Hey.
Yeah, y'all already know how we doing. We got P Kid. It is your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. We are here in hour 2 of The Contender. Let's clean up the last bit of these calls. We're going to go over to the phone lines here. Let's get Fox on the line. Didn't Fox call in already? I thought Fox called in already. Maybe I'm tweaking. Let's see what he's talking about. He's been waiting for a little bit. Fox, what's going on, man?
Yo, what up, bro? It's Baki, man. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, that's Baki.
Hey,
Baki,
bro.
what's good?
What's
Baki
up?
in the chat.
What's up?
What's going on with you, my boy?
Nothing. Just checking in, trying to show y'all some love, man. Great job on the show, guys. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate
exactly.
you for
Appreciate
tuning
you.
in and rocking with us, bro. What's on your mind?
Hey, I was calling in about that Aaron Rodgers stuff, man. Like,
Okay.
look, this whole thing with the Aaron Rodgers, this is more than Jordan Love. Like, this been going on for like a good 3 or 4 years. Like, I got family members in Wisconsin. Like, they for real up there. Like, they were like, no, this is not nothing new.
Yeah.
Like, it's been coming to a head for a minute.
I blame Guta Kuntz.
Hey,
I blame his name.
It's good. It's Guta Kuntz.
Guta Kuntz. It definitely is.
Guta Kuntz.
Hey, so what do you think, Baki? What do you think? You think if y'all don't know Baki P1, man, Baki out here breaking Bears news for us in the line. Baki name been mentioned on this show so much. He is a part of the show. Baki, what do you think about this team? Where do you think they rank going into this season if no Aaron Rodgers exists?
I mean, I know it's gonna be, crazy, but I think the Bears can possibly be number one. Because Kirk Cousins, I've never had no type of faith in Kirk Cousins. Like, I don't watch the man play too many times. When I say he is Mr. Pad Stats, he is Mr. Pad Stats. Like, they'd be down 20, 30 points, and he's just throwing them yards up, and it's like, no, he's not a winner. I never agreed with the contract the Vikings gave him.
I'm not mad at it. I don't know if I say he is. He do. I don't know. That's a good one. He make a good point. He's a top fantasy quarterback all the time. Matt in the chat. He's a top fantasy quarterback all the time, and he never does anything for us. I don't know. Baki, we appreciate you for calling in with us, my boy. Appreciate you for tuning in and rocking with us. Make sure you call in again, bro.
Did you miss Scott?
Who?
Dak is a stat pattern. Dak be slinging that thing for no reason too. I mean, let's be honest. That is a stat pattern right there. I mean, if we gonna be honest, but I mean, good Lord,
aren't you the man that came to bat for Dak Prescott every day this week?
No,
and sometimes on a Sunday.
Who came to bat? Me?
I actually don't remember him doing that this week though.
Not this week.
I'm not.
Oh no! Listen. We were talking about if we could get him. What he would be like and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, listen, Dak on the Bears is still better than any quarterback the Bears have ever had. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, you could say he passed that's all day long. At least he passed them with style because he looks better than any QB that would have walked through this door. So, hey, listen, if you say, hey, we could get Dak Prescott right now or Justin Fields, it might be a tough call for your boy because I like Dak Prescott. That's different. I'm just letting you know. That's different. Don't do it.
So let's get into a little bit of baseball, talking about the Chicago White Sox going through a lot of injury trouble. Talking about your Chicago Cubs who have been I mean, look, y'all was in here the other day.
Y'all want to see what color commentary look like? Because I'm definitely about to add it. I don't know what the heck is going on. Let's do it. No, I'm joking. I'm totally joking.
I was going to say,
totally
dang. Ain't tuned in to one game.
Man, it's too long.
But
I like the new rules, though. I like the new rules.
You like the 7-inning doubleheader?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm messing with it because it speeds the game up.
Even though you had to call a 9-inning game yesterday.
Bro, hey, that's the only thing I was mad about after because me and the AD was sitting there, and then because I already knew that they played the doubleheader, so I'm like, it's gonna be 7 innings, and then after that we went to extra,
which ended up just turning it into a regular game.
So they're not going 10. This is a regular game. Like I'm blue. I'm legit mad.
And if you guys are new in here, man, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly. We don't want you to miss the thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. The call-in lines are open.
Like
the phone lines are open.
Hold on. Run that back.
If you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly.
There you go.
And we don't want you to miss the thing, so make sure that you hit that bell. Our timing was a little bit off on that. Ringo jumped in a little early. We're gonna keep it kosher.
No, I think I jumped in later.
It's all couple steps.
But the one thing I can't talk about baseball is I like the new rules, and I like the rules that every sport has tried to implement, at least major sports, right? Because I know football is changing some things. Basketball, I mean, every game counts right now, which I absolutely love. And baseball makes those extra innings even more. Like I thought it was like just trying to speed through the game and kind of cheating it, but then I was like, well, no, realistically, you just got to bring your A game when we come here because somebody's already on second. So
I'm actually mad because
it's kind of tight.
Like I was telling Pat the other day, I'm actually I thought I got some schooling, got some logic. I'm messing with the play-in because it doesn't like in basketball when you like get to a certain seed mark, it's like, all right, we're gonna take this game off. If you get to like the third or fourth seed, we're gonna be able to play these mugs. We're gonna be able to blow these mugs out real quick. Then after that, that should get us to the Eastern Conference Finals. Then after that, that's a toss up. But
so was Harvey Dent your favorite Batman character?
Hey, look! Everybody get one. Say green spray paint.
Hey, look! No, we're not bringing that. This wasn't a talking point.
I think Kendrick Perkins said it best. At a certain point, you don't watch the games anymore, and I have to tell the truth. Past 72 games, I really don't remember watching the rest of the games unless I was watching a team. NBA. Unless I was watching a team really fight for that last spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that changed to me. It was like, yo, you got to fight for that spot all the way through. I'm like, yo, I like it.
Now, I do rock with the rule changes. I think that these players are still going through the effects of the COVID last season. The season that they had that was kind of rushed. And I mean, listen, my White Sox are taking hits left and right.
Yeah, how you
the top? I mean, look, they still winning. So did they win today? I think they won today too.
No, they lost to the Reds.
Did they lose today?
I
don't think you want to jump on that bandwagon right there. Because y'all definitely took some whoopings. Anyway, dang, 0-1. That's tough. In the 10th, that's a pitcher's duel. Who was pitching that? I gotta watch that. I think. Here's the question that I have because I've seen this put out there, and to me, it's no. They're talking about, and I think it's just the media drumming up a topic. I don't think there's any real talks, but
a lot of reach out there.
A lot of reach. But Kris Bryant, with how he's been playing, he seems like he's back at his MVP level. Should the Chicago White Sox pick up the phone to call about Kris Bryant?
Call ain't gonna answer.
I think y'all more prone to answer than we are to call. But your thoughts, Rico?
I mean, I think they should pick it up, but you gotta like you keep saying before. This ain't Madden. He looking for the bag.
Yeah, this is not Madden.
Like he looking for the bag. So
I get to redo my Kris Bryant video.
What? And yeah. So he definitely looking for the bag. If I'm the Sox, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to pick up and see what they're asking for him. But at the same time,
I'm not sending
it's
you
like
nothing.
how
I'm not sending you nothing you want because you're thinking you're probably trying to get Dylan Cease back. No. What's that?
They're already out there ranking in Chicago.
Oh yeah. Well, because the Sox got the best stuff that they can send back. I'm not sending you Andrew Vaughn for Kris Bryant. And this is the thing. Kris Bryant's a rental.
Think so?
Kris Bryant's already he's already said he's not signing long-term money until free agency. He's a rental for this season. If nothing else, he's going to hit free agency, whether you can sign him back or not. But I'm not sending you Andrew Vaughn and Dylan Cease for Kris Bryant for a season. I didn't expect this team to win the entire World Series this year anyway. You're not messing up my timeline of expectation.
The way y'all was talking to me and AD.
Oh, look. ALCS? ALCS?
Hold on. Time out. Because the way that y'all was talking to me and AD yesterday.
First off, I wasn't clowning you yesterday.
It was mad.
I clown you on a regular, but I wasn't clowning you yesterday.
It was mad. Well, the way that y'all was talking to us yesterday, y'all would have won the World Series and a half.
Listen, Sox fans are excited about what we got. We got a great team. We do. This is the thing. We lost Luis Roberts, right? We lost Luis Roberts and Eloy Jimenez. What'd you say? That's 70 home runs?
Yeah. But
we lost 70 home runs.
They done for the season?
They'll be done probably till right before the playoffs.
That's done for the season.
That's pretty much. We lost 70 home runs, right? They're still going to be competing for a pennant in the AL. They're still going to be competing to be one of the top teams in the AL. Now it's because the Yankees are trash.
I don't know much. I know that.
The Yankees is on a 5-game streak though right now. So
Too late almost.
No, and that's the other thing. That mentality right there.
It's been a month.
There's 162 of these.
I know. I'm just saying.
You acting like the Mets. Buddy was on the radio last night talking about them firing Chili Davis.
Let's be real.
And was like,
Chili Davis.
That mother. That mother was like,
dog, but let's be real. You expected more from the Yankees.
Oh yeah,
I expected more from the Yankees. Yes. I expected more from the White Sox in this first month. I did. I expected a lot more.
Just the pitching staff alone.
Listen, for the last 2 years, you just expected a lot more.
You know what? I didn't expect more than what they did last year. I expected them to be better this year, and it could just be a bad start. But I didn't expect more from them last year because of how. I mean, listen, the teams that win aren't boom or bust teams. Yeah. What championship team have we had that was home run or nothing? Houston wasn't home run or nothing. Houston was. I mean, they were cheating, Houston was
no.
I do.
No.
I do.
Houston was trash cans or nothing.
Hey, listen, trash cans or nothing. I forgot. Super chat.
Buzzer under the shirt.
Super chat in the building. I forgot we were eligible for super chat now. Shout out to you, my boy. And shout out to Gilly. What'd he say? Seahawks fan here, but I really enjoy your guys' show. I appreciate you, man. And you sent us a little bread on top of it. Shout out to you, my boy.
My man. Hey, listen. I hope y'all keep your boy. Because if not,
they got some problems over there.
We'll take him.
Hey, look. Is DK available? Seems like you guys are rebuilding that offense. Is DK available?
If you can in a chat though, at least do this. Tell me from someone who I don't know if you live in the area or not, but as a fan of the Seahawks, what that situation really looks like. Yeah. I would really love to get a real fan's perspective.
Wait, something's going on.
I'm
with
a
DK?
Russ fan. I'm not.
Wait, something going on with DK?
No. He talking about Russ. I'm talking about if y'all get rid of Russ and you send DK too. Let me get that. Let me get that off your hands. I think the interesting thing to me with the Sox and the Cubs is that the Cubs are playing better than we expected. The Sox are playing worse, and you have to bring the La Russa story up into it. Is La Russa costing them games? Is La Russa the reason that they're failing? Is it? I would say we notice the bad things a manager does more than the good. We don't talk about the fact that he's put a staff together with that Carlos Rodon is now one of the best pitchers in the American League. That has helped him become that. A guy who we thought, and listen, we could say it's this or that. He threw a no-hitter this season. I almost puked in my mouth when I heard they re-signed him. He's one of the best pitchers in the American League right now. I bet you he probably pitched today, now that I'm thinking about it. He's one of the best pitchers in the American League, bar none. Not Liam Hendricks.
So, outside of that, what happened?
Outside of that, we've seen the development of Dylan Cease. Outside of that, we've seen for the pitching staff in general is just ridiculous. All together.
So why are you underperforming if you have
sub? They got a sub 3.
You got it because right now the Chicago White Sox are a boomer bust team. One, and they never hit when it's cold. Jose Abreu never hits when it's cold. Like I don't know if it's he show up for the season in the second half of the season. This is the thing. Jose Abreu probably hit 10 home runs in the first 3 months of the season. In the second 3 months of the season, he hit like 28.
Why do I feel like you're making a whole lot of excuses for somebody who lives in the city?
Oh, no. Listen. The Chicago White Sox are absolutely underperforming where they at right now, but they're still one of the best.
like you made it like he never hits when it's cold. I was like, but it's Chicago. All of our stadiums are uncovered.
He doesn't though.
We don't even have a covered football field.
We don't. But he does.
Which is the dumbest thing in the world. But anyway.
He just doesn't. Like, I mean, he doesn't hit when it's cold. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, we parked a satellite dish on top of I don't understand it. It's like
but I think the interesting thing with the White Sox is
wait. He never hits when it's cold, and it's cold half the year. So it's cold most of the season.
Nah, it's cold about the first month.
Bro, it's cold in May.
It's cold that first month.
It's cold in May. It breaks around end of May, June.
Yeah.
Right?
And baseball goes till October.
It gets cold in October.
He's never had to play in October yet.
Well, there you go.
He played 1 October.
Hey, is this foreshadowing? So he's just not gonna show up when they get to.
Hey, you just made it seem as if he belongs in like a Houston, Texas jersey.
Hey, yo, I haven't seen the game today. He said Baki said La Russa cost them the game today by not knowing the extra innings rule and had our closer as our runner on second. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. Oh, that's real bad. Oh, that's bad. I'll say this about Tony. Tony's been a step. He's done good. We can say he's done good, but he's been a step behind. He's old. You shouldn't have hired him.
Hey, Doctor Who, does Ringo give better commentary?
but I think I need Sox getting 2 hits, 1 error. And boring Lancaster commentary also contributed to the loss. Hold on, no. I feel like Doctor Who is salty because Lynn used to call for the Cubs and he switched sides because he wanted to call radio. I feel like Doctor Who a little salty.
I have to admit, though, I do not like the people who call for the Sox.
You don't like
what?
You don't like Steve Stone and you capping,
bro.
I have nothing against him. I don't know him personally, but it's just I'm not.
Jason Benetti, see, this is the wild thing. You probably don't know.
I don't know who they are.
Jason Benetti, you don't know who they are. That's all it is. Jason Benetti calls Bulls games. Jason Benetti, well, not now that Adam Amin, but last season. He called most of the Bulls games. You wasn't watching. He called most of the Bulls games last year.
I watched the game with the volume off.
So you just gonna disrespect Stacey King like that?
Stacey King's the only person I actually would listen to, but even still, I look at it with the volume off just because I don't want to have, because we do this. Yeah. I want to have my own narratives.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be influenced by something else someone says, and then if I disagree with it, I want to come here and start trashing them because I hope to meet these people.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I just
you want to build your own narrative, but Chris Webber's not good at his job, but
I don't think he's bad. When I hear him, I don't think he's bad.
Chris Webber.
It's two people that get me. It's 2 people that get me, and we're gonna get back to White Sox talk. But I thought it's 2 people. Chris Webber get me because Chris Webber.
We're talking about people calling games.
Games, yeah. Chris, as a player, that was a dog. Chris Webber get me because Chris Webber is just like it's bland. Ain't no seasoning in his. Ain't no see. I like Reggie Miller because Reggie Miller at least get hype. I like Reggie Miller calling the game. Chris Webber is it's bland to me. It's just like because Marv. All right.
No, he's actually pretty good. I think
the other person for me is Jeff Van Gundy. Jeff Van Gundy get me every time. I can't deal with Jeff.
I feel
somehow it comes back to him coaching the Knicks. You be in the middle of the game.
I like Jeff too.
Hey, look, I can't deal with Jeff. Jeff be giving these insider basketball opinions, and I just be like, Jeff, the thing you know best about is getting dragged across the flow.
You have some of the wildest takes, and I'd be like, but that's kind of spot on though. Like I thought about it. Like Jeff is like a very. You said Stan, it's Jeff.
I said Jeff.
No, he said
Jeff Van Gundy.
No, he said Stan.
Did I?
He said Jeff.
I meant Jeff. I definitely thought I said Jeff.
We know which Van Gundy is coaching and which one's not. Anyway, like
we know which one.
Does it really matter?
We know which one should be coaching and which one's not.
Hey, but listen, the one that's commentating, I think he's pretty good. I like he gives me enough entertainment to stay engaged and stuff like that. And then when they had him, I think it was him and Mark Jackson together, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was gold. Yeah, that was gold. I can't do it. It was gold.
But let me ask you this.
Especially knocking something out of the park.
Your thought. That's one of the most disrespectful lines I've ever heard.
Back to baseball, baby. Knocking it out the park.
Let me ask you though, kid. Based on, Chris Bryant's having an MVP season. Would you like to see the White Sox, or would you like to see the Cubs? I'll go on this. Not even Sox. MVP season with Chris Bryant.
Move him.
Would you want to see him move him while the value's high?
Yeah.
Or do you want to see them re-sign him and hope that he can keep this up? Because on the flip side, Yu Darvish, Cy Young type pitcher right now.
Get him out of and spice up the crosstown classic.
We need them.
Well, I'm not even saying to the Sox. I'm just saying because I don't think I'm not giving you what you want. If I'm the GM, I'm not. And look, we already know the Cubs don't make good trades when it comes to the Sox. Y'all want another Quintana? Is that really what you want? Thanks, Cubs.
Didn't y'all have Ozzy Albies?
No, we had Fernando Tatis Jr. If you're gonna try to rip on us, at least
no. How does that feel though?
Hold on.
How does that feel?
Hold on.
How does that feel?
It sucks. It sucks.
How does that feel?
It sucks.
But
hold on. We gave up on Fernando Tatis Jr. before he even got up to A-ball. Y'all gave up on Eloy Jimenez when everybody was like, this dude's going to be one of the greatest hitters baseball's ever seen. What are we going to do? We're going to give him up for a left-handed pitcher that can't pitch anymore.
Wow. You can't say that about
That's the value of left-handed pitching in the league, though. I will say that. But are you moving off of Kris Bryant? With how he's been playing.
If the value is if his value is like top dollar, like if I know I can get some like money pieces back for him,
yeah,
then yeah, I'll do it. Especially because of the value is high. Because at the end of the day, I feel like and depending on how the Cubs season goes,
yeah,
I feel like you either have three choices at this point. It's gonna come down to Riz, Javi, or Contreras. Now, me personally,
I'm taking Riz.
Me personally, I want Contreras because a good catcher is hard to find.
I'm sorry. Will you say we got to move one of those three?
You're probably moving one of those.
You're moving.
You're probably moving two of those three. Honestly,
you got four. You really got four. So what?
I'm keeping Javi.
I'm not.
Can you? No, the thing is, I said that at first, player. But the thing is,
look, that's personal favoritism. Though. That's not based on what he's doing on the field.
Kid.
But hey, look,
Javi gave you the best commentary in your life.
This is a tough conversation to have off of a game time home run, though. But
that is true. But hey, I was just telling AD when we was in the car though, bro. First live, we get the fight. Then after that, we get the walk off.
Yeah, y'all done had some good lives.
Tune in to when we do the Cubs live.
Hey, yeah, we taking over. We taking over for the Cubs dropping the ball because they got one of the.
Oh,
they got one. Bro, we looked up how much marquee costs if you don't got cable. $90, bro.
Yep.
No way. I can get the Yes Network cheaper than that, and I don't live in New York. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. And I really Nathaniel here is right in the chat. He says Contreras is under contract for 2 more years. I think that they're trying to move him early though to get as much value as they can. But I do agree with you.
Listen, is that Chef or Chief?
Chef Mac.
Chef Mac. Thank you, my man.
Agreed.
Thank you, my man. Hey, listen. For those who ain't seen it, I'm gonna say it again. So I ain't gonna lie. ESPN should hire you guys. I can't get enough of the show. Guess what?
I love it. Shout out to
Guess what
Chef,
you should do for me?
Tweet ESPN.
Tweet them.
Tell them to hire us.
Tweet them. Say,
actually, no, I'm cool not being hired by them because I think this show is gonna go bigger than what they want to do and what they're gonna pay me for. Plus, they're not gonna. What Charles Barkley said, you're not gonna work the hell out of me and not pay me enough. So I'm cool on that, but I want them to know. I want them to know that we here.
Hey, listen, I
want them to know that we here.
Hey,
Mac Daddy, let me get it started. It's so much better.
We are all going to discuss this with Pat because it's still ESPN. I'm just totally joking there. But anyway, he's like, this guy? Like the guy who's never really worked for anybody? Like, I can definitely see us not doing that. But thank you, though. We really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate
it. And guess what? You should still tweet them and let them know that we're there. I just want somebody to say our names. Just say it one good time.
Bro,
hey, I want to debate Stephen A. Smith. I wear a suit. I get the messed up. Well, he ain't got a messed up line. He's just aging. Because I saw old pictures of Stephen A. He was a smooth guy. I just want to debate him one good time. I don't care what topic. I don't care what it is. You all lay it out. We'll debate it. I bet you I come prepared. I bet you I do. I bet you I do better than Nick Wright.
I put money on that.
I bet you I do that.
I put money on that. You know what though? We did. Back to the point. Would you trade Kris Bryant.
Don't you dare say trade Javi.
I'd absolutely trade Javi. Javi's not even in the picture.
Dude, we
I'd trade Kris Bryant before I trade Javi.
I would trade him too, but I would trade Kris.
Javi before Kris Bryant.
I would trade both of them together.
Would you trade? No. The question is, would you trade Javi before Kris Bryant?
No, you can't ask him that.
Why not?
Because he's a Cubs fan.
Because if you really want to take it for what it is, can you honestly tell me if we got rid of everybody else and cap Javi, that's a championship squad?
No.
Dog, if we got rid of everybody else and cap Kris Bryant, it ain't a championship squad.
You got a better chance of it,
bro. You're tripping.
Kris Bryant.
Kris
Bryant makes contact with the ball 3 out of 10 times.
Bro. we know 9 times out of 10. Javi's first swing is gonna be at a pitch in the dirt.
Hey, we watched him swing at some damage.
Bodie
too.
It's straight boom or bust.
He has some flaws.
I'm gonna tell you like I told them last night.
If we
go to Google right now. Highest whiff rate in the league.
That's what it's about. That's why I'm moving off of Javi.
Highest whiff rate in the league.
I would absolutely move off Javi before KB.
I'm not saying he's not a fan favorite because
play
he
on
is.
defense though.
Listen,
we have to make it play on defense though.
Let me tell you something.
I'm not mad at that.
No. Here's the question: we have to make it play on defense. Who's getting it done?
Kris Bryant's a really good defender.
Who's getting it done first?
They both in there.
They both in there. But Javi definitely going to.
Javi's a better defender. This is the thing. Javi's a much better defender. I'm not taking that away.
Javi's elite.
I'm not taking that away.
Javi is Patrick Beverly with a jump shot.
Let me tell you this. You want to. Hey, look.
He gets it.
He got. That's wild.
Hey, Patrick Beverly with a jump shot is a dog.
Let me tell you this. Javi Baez defensively is great. Can't touch a ball.
Kris Bryant is Paul George.
Okay.
It's playoff P.
Well, hey, how y'all like Gordon Beckham?
That's true.
How you like Gordon Beckham?
That's true.
How you like Gordon Beckham?
Hey,
the next coming, right? The next coming. Hey, White Sox fans, we remember that? We remember that? Listen, and I don't want to diss. I like Javi. I want Javi. This is what I want Javi to do. Talk to Tim Anderson. Figure out what Tim did. Because Tim's making contact with the ball 3 out of 10 times.
So wouldn't we have to get another hitting coach? Like, wouldn't we do that first?
Look, let me tell you something. You've been through 7 of them. At a certain point, it ain't the coach.
I mean, last season everyone hit bad.
Chili Davis,
bro.
Y'all been hitting bad for 3 years.
So everyone's been hitting bad for 3 years, right?
You've changed hitting coaches 3 times.
We made the wrong changes. we didn't hire the right guy.
I thought AD was the doggone homer on this one. Bro. To finally get Ringo's answer, would you move Kris Bryant?
If he kept this up and the value was what it's supposed to be for him, then yes, I would. And then we got pieces back because it's clear that he wants top dollar, and we people forget we came out 2 years ago when Bryce was up.
Yeah.
And Bryce was possibly talking about coming here, and them mugs went to the winter meetings and was like, yeah, we could spend money on Bryce. We not going to. Like, with
I saw you see what I saw.
Yeah. No. 100%.
I can tell.
But he's not wrong. But I just think that when you're talking about trading an MVP player, right? When you talk about trading an MVP player, and chat, let me know what y'all want to do. I mean, we still got. I know baseball. Hey, look, baseball kills the chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. Baseball kills the chat. We got 42 in here. Shout out to y'all 42 that stuck it out for the baseball talk. I'm here for y'all.
As we shift off that, let's talk about Chicago sports in general. Talk about the team we ain't talked about, even though we got the jersey on.
Well, listen, we still got to talk about these mugs. And look, and there ain't nothing to talk about with them. They missed.
Well, there is something to talk about. Because for some odd reason, Zach decided he's going to play.
That's weird. But I get it. They still in contention. But, I mean...
Are they really?
No.
They're not.
Based on numbers. Based on the numbers, they are.
Do you see who they have to play? They got the Butts and the Nets in the next 6 games.
And they got the Nets twice.
Please. Now, listen.
Hey, it's gonna be ugly.
KD is definitely playing now.
Hey, look, and we're calling one of those. We absolutely got to call it. James Harden and KD on my screen. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call that one.
KD is definitely playing. He's dropping like 42 a game at this point. I don't think we're gonna win them games, dog. But
the Cubs and the Dodgers are about to. Oh, okay, you talk about the game. Okay,
it's good to see.
It's definitely good to see. Let's see. Doctor Who says if the Cubs want to win again in the next 106 years, Jesus, they have to blow this team up and get the best prospect and young talent that they can.
I thought they already got a bunch.
Move them all because they ain't gonna win it all. Are we calling them prospects? They got young guys.
They got a lot of young
for
guys.
you. But I don't think any of them were top 10 prospects.
But it's the
some
fact
of them are
that
prospects like 3 years from now.
Some of them are prospects from like A-ball. So you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like there's prospects that are like
we just don't
16
know.
in that trade right there. And so
we just don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's my beef with the Cubs because we got a little bit of time left. Here's my beef with the Cubs, right?
God, I wanted to trash the Bulls. Okay.
We can trash the Bulls. We can trash the Bulls at the end of the show. I just want to close this out before we trash them.
Your word, baby.
I don't know if I got to trash them.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Already, I don't even know what you're gonna say.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Why she say so wild? I got
no. I just think
about
the Cubs haven't picked a lane. Are the Cubs rebuilding or are the Cubs? You almost died. He almost died right there. Are the Cubs rebuilding or are the Cubs trying to compete? Because you got rid of Kyle Schwarber, you got rid of Yu Darvish, you brought in Jock Peterson, who's basically playing like Kyle Schwarber, but not as healthy.
You have to get my pops to call in for that. We have to do that and just give my pops like a minute.
Tell them to call.
If you want to hear someone go off on the Cubs for just a good 2-3 minutes straight, non-stop, full sweat, going.
We got to get pops on the phone.
We got to get pops. We got to get my pops on there. You got to get your pops on for the Bears.
I got to get my pops on for the Sox.
He's a Sox fan.
Oh yeah, Southside baby. Come on now.
I want him to trash somebody for a second. I want some controversy.
You know what's crazy? Going. You know what's crazy? My dad is and shout out to Pop. Shout out to Steve Morzoni out there killing the game. My pops is he will be optimistic and follow you down that road until he's disgusted with you. And then he can't stomach to see the sight of you. So like when the Bulls were making every draft that the Bulls were, my dad would be like, hey, yo, I think he's got some nice picks here. Paxton's doing a good job. But my dad is also this guy. Any pick that was dope, Paxton knew it. He knew it. Paxton knew it. Come on, the shot. Paxton knew it. Any pick that was trash, Marcus Teague, Gar Forman. Marcus Teague was absolutely Gar Forman, bro. There was no shot that John Paxton looked at this man and said, "You can play basketball." In my dad's mind, and so to me, it's one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like Pops, he loves his teams. He's the reason I even am able to talk sports this well. And what I do very well. Keep it up.
I don't know what to say to that.
Between him and AD, bro, like
the lines. My pops is a diehard Cubs fan, and he'll tell you his whole life story as to how he became a Cubs fan. He has it tatted on him. Like that's how diehard. He's one of those fans. It's tatted. It's a permanent ink on his body. The Cubs. He will go through the highs and lows. And I'm telling you now, if you just mention one or two things,
if the Bears get one, I might be on that.
You bet not.
If the Bears get a championship in my lifetime, possibly.
You're that guy.
I'm that guy. 100%.
I bet you it's a leg tattoo too. Watch.
Nah, I'm a shoulder.
I can feel
I'm an upper
that.
arm dude. I always said I would do it here, but only to the elbow. I always loved how half sleeves look.
You would get the trophy, wouldn't you?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Trophy.
Nah.
You get the trophy. And you get the symbol.
Nah, you gotta go. See, that's the other thing too. I said if I don't get a tat, it got to be one of them ones that like somebody look at and just be like, what is that? And it's like, oh, this is the entire Chicago Bears stadium that they wanted in with the players on the field. I thought you was about to
say the roster. I'm about to say, oh my God.
No, I'm not. First off,
I was like, dude,
definitely not putting 53 men on my body.
Paul's moment of the century. 53 whole guys. Right? Not one chick in sight. Oh, that's right. They don't have any chicks on the stage?
They don't have not one. They don't have no. I don't think so.
They have no women on the
Matt
staff.
Nagy might. I don't know. I got to look at the staff again. Matt Nagy he's a very forward-thinking guy. He's very Bruce Arians in his approach to his coaching staff.
You'd have to get that highlighted just so it doesn't look so bad. Whatever her name is, just highlight it. Just say, see, it's not that bad. It's like, anyway.
What I might do that I've seen Muggs do, I wouldn't do that. I've seen Muggs get the roster, like the names of the championship squad, but that's not me. That's not me.
Now would you get the full Jordan crying with the trophy? Because I've seen Muggs do that.
That was tight.
If it's mad detailed, absolutely.
Heck no.
If it's mad detailed, I would get that.
Not even if it's detailed.
The Chicago Bulls championship, yeah, I would get that.
Dog, the only people that I would ever tat on my body are people in my family, the women in my family. I'm not doing nothing else. I'm sorry. No offense to anybody else, but I'm not finna tat a whole other man crying over a championship on my body.
Hey, look, I love Chicago sports, so that wouldn't be that big a deal to me.
I would get this. I would get the symbol. I mean, the logo, but I wouldn't get. Hey, listen, the tattoos were nice. The tattoos were mad dope.
That's mad detailed. I would get that one. Anything you can detail heavily, I would get.
That was a cold tattoo. I would love.
That's a cold tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Or Kobe holding the championship,
yeah, with the jacket, bro.
With the jacket, I've seen mad detailed versions of that. I would get that.
Yeah.
Yo, the story
and I'm not even a Kobe fan.
The story behind that photo was so sad.
For real.
That
I don't know the story.
So everyone was thinking like he was sad because he won, stuff like that. He was sad because his parents didn't come.
Oh yeah. I did know that story. And then
it was even worse. I think that was the year he won All-Star MVP.
Yep.
And he got booed in his hometown.
Yep.
And he was like, "Man, I grew up in Philly." That's like the when you really look back at it, like I'm like social media. We're thankful that social media wasn't there because they would have trashed that man.
I'll tell you what.
That was a sad story.
I'll tell you what. I don't think I realized how big of a Philly fan Kobe was until the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Like he really rocked with Philly. And then I find out like he's at like Flyers games. Then I find out like he's at Phillies games. And I'm like, what in the world? Like this mug is really Philly till he died.
From Philly.
He from Philly. I ain't mad at him.
And so that honestly,
I bet you he got a Philly tat on him.
I think he did.
I bet he did.
I think he did.
Probably got the Philly special tatted on his back. Nick Foles catching a pass on his back.
Was that really worthy of them putting a statue up?
No. One championship, no.
To them, yes.
But this is also coming from getting back to the baseball conversation. This is coming from White Sox fans that they put statues up for everything.
I noticed that we got a lot of people out there.
A lot of statues, bro.
Yeah.
No, the wall is cool. The wall I'm cool with.
Good.
The wall is like the best of the best. Like Frank Thomas is on the wall.
Yeah.
Carlton Fisk is on the wall. You know, it's the best of the best White Sox player. That's like their ring of honor. I love the wall. The statues I don't really need.
Time out. Kris Bryant has a statue?
Kris Bryant does not have a statue.
How do you have a statue?
No, it's definitely a South Side thing.
Rizzo has a statue?
No,
it's definitely a South Side thing.
Listen, you gotta
get a joint. You gotta get a joint championship statue, especially when you about to break them up.
They got to.
Yeah, definitely do.
Like if you don't,
that's mad disrespectful. No cap. Outside of Wrigleyville, nothing for the championship squad.
Nah, nothing.
I haven't noticed that.
That was
some
crazy.
statues
but
out there, but it's not.
They definitely do, bro. Because that was, bro. I was just thinking about that the other day, bro. Like 2016 for sports in general was just
that was a year.
The best year.
It was the year. Dog, it was a good year.
Period.
But yeah, no, thinking about it, yeah, they deserve statues then. They really do. It's the first one in 108 years.
And this is the interesting thing. I'm not a statue guy. I'm not. Because I think that you putting up something, first off, don't disrespect me with something that Birds is going to do, Kim. I just don't do that. I'm not a statue guy. You know when I love the Jordan statue? When they moved it inside. Protect this statue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't.
I'm mad that they moved it inside, but I like it.
Don't let the one of the greatest people to ever hold a basketball in the world have pigeons sitting on them. You know, I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have you been outside of Staples Center?
I've never been to the Staples Center.
Dog, those statues are cold.
Oh, they got the Shaq one, right? They got Shaq and Kobe got one, right?
No, Magic and Kareem got one.
Magic and Kareem got one.
Shaq got one. Shaq got one too. Though.
Shaq got one.
Shaq got one, but Kobe don't have one. Not yet.
But
they were doing it. They haven't just
everybody that's on the wall.
He died during the COVID year. Well, before. Was it before? No,
it was the start. That's how the year started.
So they can't do a whole ceremony and everything for it. Because there's definitely be a
how
whole
long
ceremony.
had he been retired by then though?
They wait till you get drafted into the Hall of Fame. Because Shaq just got his statue.
Oh, they were doing it based on the Hall. They were doing
everybody that's on the wall is retired for the Sox, right?
Yeah. Everybody that's on the wall is retired.
That's why I can see them not doing a statue for the Cubs or at least a picture for the Cubs.
Nah, you give me that. I need that during my career.
Nick Foles has his statue while he's living.
Right now.
Nick Foles is the only person I know that got his flowers while he's alive.
Nick Foles and who was the head coach? It was Doug Peterson. Both in the statue. Neither person on the team anymore. That's why you don't give the statue early. But if you're going to do it for anybody, do it for the dude. Well, no, okay. You know what? I'm gonna change my stance on that. They deserve a statue. Because it is what was Philly's last championship.
Hey, listen, you want to know why he deserves a statue? He called the play. Nick Foles said, let's do it. And I was like, you know what? In my opinion, take some balls to do it.
I love Doug Peterson in that too. I love how Doug Peterson's just like,
why not?
Yeah. All right. No, this is a Super Bowl. That's how you making that call? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Can we talk about that though? How free flowing the game has become, and a lot of sports it's become more free flowing. I think the NBA sees the worst of it though.
Yeah,
I think the NBA's play and the ticky tack fouls makes it a very watered down sport now. Like I don't like it, but everyone else like MLB is more interesting to watch now.
MLB is more interesting because you don't have a bunch of people crying about people showing emotion.
Football is more is better to watch now just because of the change of the game. I don't like the QB not getting hit rule, but
I don't know if football is better to watch now. Football would be good if you could still hit people, but you still had to keep all of the heads up tackling. Like to me, like keep all the stuff that keep people from getting concussions.
Because the thing,
but allow the quarterback to get knocked on his butt because this is football.
But it does. I get why the rule change is there because I mean, like you can't tackle the kicker.
No,
defenseless player, but the QB at the same point.
Let's be honest.
Going through that motion is defenseless.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, but you also can't. The thing that's killing me is
they changed the rule because if you lose your QB, it's over.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's the only reason they changed. Look, I can go through 9 kickers. It's gonna be tough, but I can go through them.
God, just expendable people. Huh? Okay.
Yes.
Look at
you savage. Look, I'm a fan of Pat McAfee, but I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, if I got to pick between the quarterback and the kicker doesn't even sniff the stadium.
That's crazy.
Oh man, we appreciate y'all tuning in and rocking with us, man. We got a ton of content coming y'all way. On for a few more minutes, kids. You got something coming up you want to let the people know about, man?
No, but let them be surprised. Let them be surprised.
Like you were
just now. Just now, let them be surprised. So,
okay. I believe Ringo and AD, y'all gonna be calling the Cubs game Tuesday.
I'm just saying it'd be good for you to tune in to the channel Monday,
either
at 6:00 for some of the pettiest narratives you've ever seen to be addressed in Petty Casanova way.
So you
one more time.
So you gonna tell them the show? You gonna tell them the show?
In all sincerity, just getting back to it. Your boy was out here trying to be safe, got vaccinated, end up almost not
dying.
No,
bro, I told you.
Whoa! We are not going to put that out there.
Nah,
we want you to go get vaccinated, okay? But I will say this: your boy was down for 4 days.
He was down,
right? And in those 4 days, the show was supposed to happen. All right, we're supposed to air the pettiest narratives Monday 6:00. We're supposed to go live for it. Guess what? It wouldn't have been a good show. it wouldn't have been a good show. I tried to pre-record it to put it out. The energy was very low. So guess what? We didn't do that. But this Monday, I ain't got no reason not to. So guess what we're doing? We're doing the show. And guess what? For all of those who've tuned in and everything like that, we appreciate you all rocking with the show. I want all the smoke. I'm addressing all the pettiest narratives. The Russ, and this is not just for Chicago. This is all sports.
Show.
You said what?
Let me hop on the Rush show. I got some narratives for y'all that we gonna destroy. Man, stop playing with my boy.
Listen.
He's just that petty. He's not even trying to win the game. I mean, it's like 139 and 44.
Gotta be a Kobe show.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing Kobe.
Yeah, bro.
I'm definitely doing the Kobe. You know what? That actually, I might say that for last because that actually bothered me. It bothered me to see some of those analysts who I know has spent half their career trashing Kobe and praising another player, not just giving them the flowers while you're here. All of a sudden they say, yeah, he was definitely a great player. He's definitely top 5. I was like, he wasn't top 5 when he was living. What makes him top 5 now? Like,
hey listen.
I'm not going to call no names out there, but I'm going to call some names and put the clip up.
You should be on Max Kellerman's side. when the pressure's
I'm gonna take Andre Iguodala.
I'm gonna take Andre Iguodala, dog.
I absolutely hate it. I can't. I don't know. I absolutely hate it. I can't get with it.
Hey Ringo, we might have to move your Cubs game because the Bulls play the Nets Tuesday. So we're gonna have to pick.
Do we really want to get blown out again? Hey, we never even talked about that.
Oh yeah, we got like 4 minutes.
All right, listen, real quick. Daniel Tice gets resigned or no?
Yes.
Lori Marketing.
No. well, sign and trade.
Sign and trade.
Sign and trade.
I won't
probably. Oh, go ahead.
Probably a better, more capable floor spacer.
Okay.
Oh, not a point guard.
Better floor spacer.
You back in on Kobe White? Oh, the sick face right now.
Hey, listen, Lonzo Ball's been playing well lately. No, he's still out there.
Lonzo's been playing well. Kobe's been playing well.
33 the last 2 games.
So listen, Lonzo is free agent.
Lonzo been playing, but Lonzo's probably a sign and trade too. I mean, that's probably who you end up making a move for with Lowry, unless you're convinced on Kobe, which I think it'll take a lot for Billy Donovan to be convinced on him. But unless you're convinced on Kobe, and then you do what is my man's DeMar DeRozan? I'm
really big on Lonzo because Lonzo shows he can play within the system and play with other bigs. He doesn't have to be the main focus. And so with that being the case, seeing how he plays with Zion and stuff like that, those people are getting the rock. He's getting those assists, and he's just knocking down those shots. And because he's knocking down those shots, he's getting more of those opportunities. So I actually like what he's doing with that. I think he's better than Kobe White. I think clearly I think
he brings more on a basketball court than Kobe White does 100%. He's a better facilitator. I think you'd be surprised if you actually look at their numbers though. Because I had to look at them. I was like, they look close. Very similar numbers. Like I would have thought of course Lonzo blows them out of the water with the assists, which is point guard. But Kobe's not going to give you what Lonzo giving you defensively.
They're screwed though because Kobe's not fighting for a spot. Lonzo was. Lonzo was fighting for starting minutes for a while.
I'll agree with that, but do we think Lonzo's more than what the numbers are right now? Like a lot more?
I think.
Yeah. Like you think Lonzo's a 20-point-a-game guy?
You want to know why I think so? Because he saw his brother come in and kill. Hey, listen, my little brother could come in and do this.
They forgot about me.
Just let me play. How about that? Hey, listen, LeVar Ball looking real good right now. My boys play. I told you that. Right now, listen.
I told y'all that a while ago.
Real quick, over and under 50 games next season.
For
the Bulls, over under 50, I'm gonna take. You know what?
That's if we go back 82, over under 50 games. If we stay 72, over under 45.
I'll play the line. I would take the money line on that.
I'll say under 48 though.
Under 48.
No, he's saying he'd take the under before 48 games.
48
wow, that's high praise. Jesus.
Bro,
Lonzo, and the only thing we got to go into the offseason with is we not done.
It's a good move though. Hey, listen, there's a lot of free agents out there, but hey, we got a lot to talk about with that. But I know we're about to wrap it up. So go ahead and do your thing.
Definitely about to wrap it up. We appreciate y'all who stuck it out for the full 2 hours, man. I know that baseball talk's not everybody's favorite topic, but if y'all are rocking with the show, how many we still got in there? We got 32 in the live, man. Y'all clearly rocking with the show. Y'all showing us mad love. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. As always, we're going to figure out when Ringo's calling the next Cubs games. I'm going to start calling some Sox games as well, so y'all get in tune with us on that. We're going to get get in on the Bulls talk. As always, it is your boy, Pat the Designer, joined by Ringo J, P Kid, the man Petty Casanova. Hey, yo, Chicago. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Peace.
Peace.